Hello, welcome to day 30 of this, day 15 of 30 days React challenge. And in this one, we have to create a color palette generator. So the best example that I can give you is this coolers.co, which I use regularly, which basically means that if you press space, these color codes will keep on changing and you can pick any one that you want for your design purposes. So it looks like this only. Let's have a quick understanding of this. Implement a button with ID generate. This button when clicked will trigger the generation of the random color. Okay, so when there will be a button, when we click on it, it will generate the color palette for us. Okay, the div of that color palette should be current palette. Okay, provide a way to save the generated palette. Okay, we have to give a save button with that current palette. So if we click on save, it should get saved. Add another div with the ID saved palettes to display all the saved palettes. We have to display all the saved palettes also. And we have to delete those also. Add read, delete. Update is not an option in this, which I think it's fair. Okay, and this is the code that they have provided. Maybe we can use this actually. What we'll do is, let me think this. Let me write a comment here. Okay, first generate color code. That is the first thing that we'll do. Okay, by click on the generate button, we'll generate the color code. Second, show the color code. On second step, we'll show the color code. On third step, generate 5 color codes. On fourth step, show color palette, P-A-L-E-T-T-E, palette, which basically means that we will show all 5 colors. They have used 5, right? Yeah. And in fifth, save palette. Sixth, show saved palettes. Seventh, we have to delete it also, right? Delete palette. Hopefully it works in these steps. I'm not at all sure. Let's keep it like this for now. And let's start. So what I'll do is I'll clean up a bit. I'll use a separate browser, separate tab for this, and close this one. And now let's start. Even close this one actually. If close, yeah. So first we'll show the color. So what I'll do is button / button. The name for that button is generate. ID is, I'm assuming generate, otherwise whenever we'll get there, we'll check this. And I'll add some classes to make it a bit beautiful. Border black, py2, px4, and margin of 4. Let's see how it looks. It looks like this. So we'll make it rounded also. Rounded MD. That's it. Yeah. And now we'll have to handle its on click functionality. So on click. This is same basic stuff that we have been doing for a long time. Handle generate. Now let's implement this function. Function handle. Okay, let me write it like this. Const handle generate. Okay, and this should generate a random color code for us. So for that, what I'll do is I'll separate that function actually. Function generate random color. Now let me explain you how I'm thinking this. we'll generate a color code in hex. So what we want is something like hex 626262. Okay, I'm not explaining the color code format. You should know this by now, or you can search it. Basically, it uses 0 to 9 and A to F characters. So what I can do is I can generate an integer. Let me show it like this. Integer color int, sorry, I'm not writing Java. Let color int is equals to math dot random, with the value of this is between 0 to 1, multiply by 256, which means this value will be between 0 to 256. 256 is not included, but it can be a decimal value also. So I will write math dot floor. This should give me a value between this console.log. Let me check this. What I can do is I can call this function, refresh. Let me right click, inspect console. Something is not working. Okay, class. We have used class here, which is the same mistake that I've made multiple times. Let's use class name, refresh, generate, and we can see 222. So now I will convert this 222 into a hex. So what should be the hex here? For that, let color hex is equals to, I think we can use toString, color int dot toString, and pass 16, which means that convert this integer into a 16 base number, which is finally a string. Dot, actually, yeah, that's it. Again, log this console.log. It's going to be a long project. I think it will take some 30-40 minutes or so. Refresh, generate, and we can see it is 9b. Great. So now if I generate these 3 times, then we can get 6 character hex color code. So let's do that. Let's get rid, let color code is equals to start with hash for I less than 3 colon I plus plus. Let's copy these and use that color code here. Color code dot, no, return color code, and we can log this color code. Console.log. Let's see. One, two, three, four, 5. This is a 5 character only. Okay, I know what the problem is. What can happen sometimes is that the value of this color code is a single character, let's say A. So what we will have to do is we will have to the value of this color hex is A or B, 1 character. So we will have to convert it into 2 characters. So for that I can use pad start 2 characters. So max length can be 2, and if it doesn't have that much length, like if it has only 1 length, it will append 0 at the start of it. Okay, so let's now see. You can, no, this is 80 only. There is no such case. This one 8b 808. So earlier it would have been 8 only, but because we appended 0, it became 08. So we are getting the color code now. Now we have to generate this 5 times. So const colors for let I equals to 0 colon I less than 5 colon I plus plus. I have to generate this color code 5 times, right, to create the color palette. So let's do that. Colors dot push, and once we get the colors, let's use console dot log colors. So now 5 colors should get generated when we click on generate. Refresh. All of these are correct. 2 6 characters, 6 characters, 6 6 6. That's great. Now we just have to show them, right? So that would cover a lot of things for us. So what we can do is, first we'll have to save this in an state const current palette set current PALETTE is equals to use state. By default value will be null. So now we can use this color current palette dot set current palette, and that pass colors. Now we'll have to render this. So to render this, what we will have to do is what they mentioned. Let me check. Generate. Inside that we will have to create a div called color palette. I think they provided code for that. Yeah, let's use this one. Get rid of this, get rid of this, and in here let's do this. We'll focus on this save later on. Right now we have this, so we have to change these colors also. I'm starting to write JSX. In that I will first write current palette and then I can write some code. Or maybe let's simplify this for now. Actually that was simplified only. Let me break into multiple lines. I'll break it like this. It won't be the best for now, but let's do that. So what we are doing is, we are taking the color palette. Now if this is available, this is not null, then only the second code will get executed, otherwise it won't get executed. Okay, so that's our first check automatically. Now in that we have to manipulate this color palette to convert it into a div. So map will give us color comma index. I think color is first. We will check this later on. And inside that I can write a function. Return this. So this should get returned 5 times. Let's see. Something is wrong. Warning, each child did this. Okay. Class name first thing. And we will have to use unique ID key, which is this index. We can try to use this color actually. Let's see. What is wrong? Encountered 2 children with the same index. How is that possible? Color palette dot map color. Okay, that is possible because I have written it incorrectly. Refresh again. The above error occurred div component, this uncaught error, this line 2 3. what's happening here. Hello is not defined. Okay, yeah, that's correct. I'm just trying out something why it's not working, and it is doing it 1 2 3 4 5 times, which is correct. But when we use div, then it is not working. So maybe refresh. Okay, let me get rid of these for now. And it is working. That means we have some problem in these lines. Color name should not be a problem. It was provided by them, and this style I can directly make the final change, which is background color equals to color, this one, sorry, not equals to this. Let's see, refresh, and it is working. Now we just have to fix the UI. So for that, what can I use? I can use width as 24, height as 40, something like this. Now let's make it a flex. So for that, I'll convert this class name flex margin 4. Refresh. How much time we have crossed? 17 minutes already. Save, and we can see it's working, and it's working nice. Looks good. Let me drink some water. So now we have to implement the save functionality also. I wonder why they haven't mentioned components yet. Because in this particular exercise we can use components. Generating the hint or something. Nope. So what right now I won't focus on components in this exercise. I'm not sure if they want us to do that or not. But better way would have been to use components. Okay, now let's start working on the save functionality. So for that, we have the save ID. On click, let's first change this button directly. Handle save. Let's create this button. What is the text for this save? Save palette, save, only save actually. Why does this open? Let's implement this function, handle save, const handle save. Now in this, we already have current palette, so we just have to save it somewhere. For that, and we will have to save a lot of color palettes. So what we will do is we'll create an array of color palettes. Saved palettes, set saved palettes, and it will be an empty array for now. And in this set saved palettes, I want to save the color palette, but the problem is, what if it's the 5th color palette that we are saving? So in that case, we cannot update this saved palette. We will have to set a completely new object to this saved palette. Okay, that's how states work. So const palettes, we'll have to get the previous saved palettes first. So we'll get the previous palettes first. In that, I will add, sorry, not add, I think push current palette that we have in our this set current palette, and now this palette I can save, set saved palettes, and in that I'll use this palettes. I hope this works. What I can do is console.log saved palettes, saved palettes. Whenever we save, we'll log the saved palettes array. Anything else should I do? I think this should work. Refresh. It's an empty array. Why? And after that it is visible. Maybe timing is a bit problem. Looks like timing is creating a problem here. So what we can do is, we have this saved, we have this current palette. We'll copy this current palette, div /div id saved palettes, and in that we will have to create columns. So because first palette, then second palette, then third palette, something like this. Class name flex column cap of 4, and in that I'll copy this. We are copying the same code again, but right now I'm not focusing on components. Not sure if the test cases will pass or not, that's why. Let's get rid of this ID because now we cannot use this, and we have to use this multiple times. So let me cut this again. Start the JSX. In that I'll use this saved palettes. First we'll have to check whether saved palettes is not empty. Saved palettes dot length not equals to 0, and then we can do this map and all. Map palette comma index. Save this, paste this same thing again. No, let me check. Yes, here I have copied the current palette code only. Okay, whatever we had earlier. So what I'll do is, instead of current palette, now I'll use this palette. Why is this not working? Palette, this. We don't need this save button with this, so let's get rid of this. Let me minimize this to show you what type of code it is. We have started with saved palettes. In that we started JSX. In that we are checking if the saved palettes length is available, the array is not empty. If it is not empty, we are going through the map. In that we have this entire palette, and we are returning these divs. So let's see, refresh, generate, save. Okay, we can see this, but key again, it's a normal error, no worries. And we can see it's working, great. So let's fix that key error. For that I'll use this index. I'm getting messages. This should remove this error also. Now let's see what they are asking us to do. Let me increase the font size. They want this deletes also. So we have this saved palettes. To display all the saved palettes with an option to delete each palette. Okay, we have to implement this delete palette button inside this div. I think we are showing this palette. Let me add a button here. It is kind of a big problem to cover up as a challenge. No. Delete. Again, we will copy our delete button also, the previous buttons also. Let's copy this, paste it, save, handle delete, but I'll have to pass the index because I have to out of all the palettes I have to identify which one I have to delete, right? So again, going back to top, actually let's get rid of this a bit. We have done all these things. Now we are directly on, we did stick to our plan actually, so that's nice. Let's implement const handle delete. Handle save, handle delete, handle delete. Index, so let's catch that index also, and for now I'll just log this. Refresh. Which one is creating issue? UI is not perfect, but I'm not worried about that again. I think it needs to be a div to make sure that we can use this key here. Now refresh. Generate, save, generate, save. Why is this index getting called? We never called this function actually. If I click on this, nothing is working. Why? Okay, handle delete, we are passing the index. If we go to handle delete, it's logging this, but why is it getting called? Okay, because it is getting called actually directly when you are using these brackets, like basically this is, if you see this independent of JSX or anything, it's directly calling a function, right? And that's why we just want to reference it here, we don't want to call it. Refresh, generate, save, save, click on delete 0, click on delete 1. Okay, let me quickly check this. Okay, now what we have to do is when we are clicking on it, we have to update our saved palette. So for that we can use filter saved, sorry, again we cannot directly set it, so we will have to do something like this only, but we don't have to push anything. So let's get rid of this. We'll get that as palettes, and now we will filter this palettes. Let me check filter in React. I think filter does return an array, so maybe we can use this directly. Filter, yes, it does return. This dot filter, input dot filter is even okay. So maybe we can use it directly on saved. Let me try this. Dot filter what does it do here? First one should be the value, which we don't need. Second one should be the index. And let me console.log index. Inside index, I'll write this index again. Let me use I here. So let's see what it does. Refresh, generate, save, generate, save, generate, generate, save. We have these three items. Let's click on this index 1. So 1 and 0, 1, 2. And it did delete. Why did it delete? Because of this. Okay. I not equals to index. So it will keep on returning until I is not equals to index. I think it will work like this. Let's see. I have been coding in Java, Ruby as well as JavaScript, so it does become complicated. This weekend, Saturday, Sunday, I was coding in Ruby a lot, so yeah, kind of gets confusing a bit. Let's try to delete this middle one, and all of these got deleted because I haven't used filter correctly. Is even, okay, is even this. Using filter is even join. Why is it not working? It's fine. We have the saved where we are filtering it. We have got the index. I is not equals to index. That's correct, right? And based on that, we are updating the palettes also. No idea. Save, delete, and everything got deleted. Let's console log this or not. Okay, I think again same issue. Either we should have returned this or we can get rid of this brackets. I think that's the issue here. Let's generate, save, delete. Great. Really happy. UI is not good, but it's worth creating a project in this for college level students. Now I think the test case will fail because we haven't followed ID convention fully. So let's directly run the test case and see. This opens up, which kind of becomes irritating. Okay, great. 4 test case pass. What is this? Display saved palettes in div. Let me check. Or maybe we can do it here. Inspect. Display saved palettes in a div. Saved palettes, okay, with the button to delete each palette having class this. Okay, we have these buttons, right? Yes, we do have these buttons. Each palette in div this should be a div, and this div should contain 5 colors and one this. We have used it like this only. This saved palette does have a div inside which there are 5 colors, this one, and a button which is this. What should be the name of this button? Name is not mentioned in here. Let's go top. Name is not mentioned. Okay, why did this test case fail? Let me rerun the test cases. Each palette in now this is getting irritating. Display saved palettes and div saved palettes. Okay, we have this div which is saved palettes, PLETTES. Let me check. Yes, we have this, and a button to delete each palette having class name delete. Let's do one thing. Let's turn it into a fragment, but in that case index will become an issue. Maybe copy this entire palette. It will affect the UI drastically, but let's try this. My first focus is to pass the test cases actually. It is working. Run test cases. This is getting irritating. Let's fix it to previous code. Save palettes in div saved palettes. Okay, with a button to delete each palette having class delete palette button. Each palette in div saved palette should be a div. I think the problem is that there are 2 divs here. I think that's what the problem is. This div should contain 5 color blocks. I think that's what the problem is. Let me color block is here. Let me get rid of this div here. This is a bit of irritating part. It should not have happened actually. They should have made it a bit different, or test case should have been a bit solid. Display saved palettes and div. Okay, let me do one thing. Now I won't fight this. I'll just copy this entire thing actually. Paste it here, and in this use this and see what's the issue. This test case is failing for above code. Let's see. To fix the failing test case, ensure that each saved this contains 5 this. Okay, let's see. At top we have a button. After button we have a div called current palette. Okay, current palette. Let's minimize this current palette because that was not an issue. So let's get rid of this current palette. After that we have saved palettes, and we are using this length and returning div with. So they got rid of the internal div. No. We were using two divs here, and palette. They used one div directly, and inside that they are using the button. Okay, let's do this. Okay, I hope it is not getting reset. Apologies for that. This single div basically, and inside that they have used this button and all. So let's use this single div, and let's get this out, fix the indentation here first, and then fix the indentation for the entire code. Let me do that. And let's run the test cases and see. Okay, let me copy their code directly and then see. Run tests. Hopefully this works. And it worked. Okay, it was kind of irritating. We had to use ChatGPT's help, but I'm fine with these kind of things. Like, it's better if you do it on your own, but I don't want to get stuck in these kind of things in the video, and it's a more practical way. So that being said, I think it has a potential to like, users do have a potential to create this as their own website, just a one-day project or something like that. I might introduce this as a challenge in one of my videos. To optimize this, what we could have done is we could have used each color. For example, let me show it. This is a color, right? So for each color we could have introduced color panel or something, and for each palette we could have used color palette. That would have made this a much more better one, but in that we would have used concepts of props, passing it to the from parent to children, using shared states. So, and they haven't mentioned it, that's why I was not doing it. Maybe I'll create it as a project, and in that we can do it. Okay, so that's it for now. It was a long video, but thanks a lot. Thank you. Bye bye, and do subscribe to this channel. Hit like and share. Thank you. Bye bye.